Hi, I'm Shane Kadlec, and I'm a personal injury trial lawyer who practices in Houston, Texas. And often people ask me, how do I find the best attorney for me? And I'm going to give you some pointers and ideas as to how you can find not only a personal injury attorney, but any kind of attorney for any other type of legal issue. Here are some things to think about that will hopefully lead you to making the right choice, because who you hire really does make a difference. So, to begin with, experience matters. You want to find somebody who is well-versed in the type of law that your case involves. So for personal injury cases, you want to find somebody who's handled lots of cases like yours. And because lawsuits are public record, you can look up a lawyer and see how many lawsuits they have handled in the past in that particular county or state that your case may be in. And experience matters because not only does the lawyer have to have an understanding of the law and how to manage that case, but it's also the prior relationships with the judges, the defense lawyers, and most importantly, the insurance companies when it comes to personal injury. You want somebody who's a known commodity and has been down that road many, many times before. So experience does matter. While experience does matter, finding a board certified attorney in the area that you're needing is often the way you find the top lawyers in that field. So most state bars have a legal specialization program, and you can search for board certified attorneys in a whole variety of areas. I'm board certified in personal injury trial law and have been recertified 4 times. So getting somebody who has the experience, the relationships, and the history with cases like yours is very important. Another idea is to look up reviews, and that could be reviews on Google or any of those other platforms where people can rank and leave comments about their experience in working with an attorney. But also, oftentimes we get referrals from friends and family members. Speak with them about their experience. What did you not like when you had hired this attorney? And getting some feedback from people who've worked with them in the past may be useful. Now, once you've found some potential lawyers, you're going to want to reach out to them and set up a consultation. Hopefully it's free. And I think that experience in just connecting with them can be useful and helpful in helping you understand, are they going to be a good fit for you? What was that onboarding or that first phone call like? Were you put on hold for a long time, or was your call dealt with appropriately? Do they have the ability to have Zoom meetings? Are they technologically savvy? That may be important to you. But just getting a feel for how their office communicates with a potential new client can be indicative as to what your client experience will be in working with them. So having that first sort of impression, I think, counts for a lot. Now, the most important thing when it comes to hiring an attorney is, what is it going to cost? So in that first consultation, it should be made real clear to you as to what their fee structure is going to be. If it's hourly or a flat fee, or as in personal injury cases, when we work on a contingency fee, explaining and understanding how the fees are going to apply to your case should be made real clear. In a personal injury matter, there's also the case expenses and how is that going to be handled. So understanding the attorney's fees that are going to be charged in your case is very important. But I'll tell you this, you get what you pay for, meaning a $500 an hour lawyer is probably going to be more effective than a $150 an hour lawyer. That also applies in contingency fee work. A lawyer who will take your injury case and only charge you 20% is probably not going to do as good of a job as a lawyer who charges the standard fees. So you get what you pay for, but obviously you want to find the best deal possible for your situation. When it comes to understanding fees and who's going to be working on your case, it's important to understand, what does that look like? Is it just one lawyer who's going to be, or one person who's going to be handling your case, and what are you paying for that? Or is it a team approach, and for that same fee you're having 3 or 4 people who are working together to get your case resolved? After all of those considerations, my best advice after that is trust your gut. Do you have a good feel for working with these people? Do they understand you as a person, your case, your objectives? Have they laid out a plan as to how they're going to start the case and what they hope to achieve and what the goals are? And will they meet your expectations? That is ultimately what you want to accomplish. And if you factor in all these things I suggested, I think then you just trust your gut and go with the people that you feel like are going to really be a true advocate for you and a good working partner. And that is my best advice. I hope it's helpful. Thanks very much.